Well, I hope you're satisfied. You just had to go and do it, didn't you? I told you, and I told you it was a bad idea, but you didn't listen. You just had to go and do it, and now I hope you're satisfied. Did you guys grow up with a mom like that, or maybe a dad? Somebody that they would tell you not to do something, you'd go ahead and do it anyway. Then something bad would happen. Maybe you thought you were Superman or Superwoman and tied a blanket around your neck, climbed up on top of something tall, jumped off of it. Turns out, nope, really can't fly. Broken arm, ER trip, whatever is the case. And there was always invariably, mom would come out and say, well, I hope you're satisfied. I know mine did that sometimes. Luckily, I never jumped off the garage and broke an arm, but I did my fair share of stupid things. I'm kind of hoping now that we haven't done our own fair share of stupid things as gun owners, because I've been saying it, and I know other people have been saying it. I've been worried that we were creating our own monster. And I didn't want this to happen, but I'm afraid it's starting to happen. What am I talking about? I'm talking about whenever something bad happens, we see the headlines, somebody has taken a firearm to a public place, they've gone on a shooting rampage, they have murdered or wounded innocent people, and instantly we, in preparation for the backlash of banning assault weapons, and we know that's not a real word, but it's going to come all over the news. So what do we start saying? We start saying things like the AR-15 doesn't operate any differently than the Glock 19 that so many people carry, or the Colt Model 1911 or anything like that. We keep saying that these semi-automatic rifles only fire one round per pull of the trigger. We keep telling people not to focus on the scary-looking black rifle. It's no more deadly than a common handgun carried for self-defense or competition or just plinking at the range or whatever other use you might have for it. We keep saying that these guns all work the same and that they're not scary. Well, now we've got a new catchphrase that is starting to get some traction, called the semi-auto mechanism, right? Semi-automatic mechanism. We've even got people writing into the Boston Globe. We've got Richard Doobie. He's the president of Falmouth Gun Safety Coalition. One of the things he says in his letter is he wants to ban the semi-automatic mechanism in any gun sold in Massachusetts. He's saying that the guns that were used recently in Virginia Beach, the handguns that were used, they're no different in the mechanism. They share the common characteristic with one of those scary black rifles. We keep saying that 90% or more of public shootings occur with a handgun, that rifles aren't even the cause of the problem here, that people commit so few crimes with the rifle that it barely bears any attention at all. We keep saying that we don't want to focus on the AR-15s. There's no need to ban those. They're not actually the problem. Now we've got people that are getting wise to this. They're figuring out that we can say, we don't want to ban guns, we want to ban mechanisms. We want to ban the semi-automatic mechanism and not allow it to be sold in a pistol, a rifle, a shotgun, what have you. Okay? Did we do this to ourselves? Have we been preaching for so long the wrong message that somebody has finally figured out that we've been giving them the ammo all along? I've been saying this. I've said this on numerous occasions, that we need to be careful what we're saying. The point of our argument needs to be that criminals, by definition, do not obey laws. And there is no gun law that's going to stop people from committing crimes. And if you pass another law that outlaws something else, then only the law-abiding citizens are going to follow it. Criminals already aren't following the laws, so another law does not mean crap to a criminal. This is the message that we need to be giving out. We need to be giving out the message that gun laws are not working. Gun-free zones are not safe. They only disarm the law-abiding citizens. If it was not illegal to carry a firearm legally in a nightclub, how many people would be alive today? If it was not illegal to carry a firearm legally in a school, how many people would be alive today that aren't? This is the message we need to portray. We need to portray that over 99% of all gun owners do not commit crimes. Just because I own a gun doesn't make me a killer. It doesn't make me a murderer. It doesn't make me a psychopath, a sociopath, a criminal in any way. And I did not purchase firearms in order to commit crimes. If anything, I have purchased firearms to prevent crimes from being committed against me. That's only one of the reasons, but it is a valid reason. But I do not intend to commit any crimes with my firearms. This is the message that we need to portray. We need to portray that gun owners aren't criminals. We're not gangsters. We're not gangbangers. We're not bank robbers. We're not public shooters. We are every person. We are normal Americans. That's the message we need to portray. We need to stop talking about what gun was used and start talking about the person that broke the law, not the tool that they used to break it. Because we can only ban this mechanism or that mechanism so many times before pretty soon there are no more mechanisms. Do you think I'm wrong? Look at London. Outright gun ban. Knife crime went through the roof. Without the citizens being able to own handguns, they've got more crime than New York City. So what happened? The mayor wants to ban knives. You cannot legislate crime. So for everybody who keeps saying that an AR-15 operates no differently than a Glock pistol, for everyone who keeps saying that 99% of public shootings are committed with handguns and not rifles, keep saying it, but say the whole thing. If that's your entire argument, you are only fueling the fire. You are giving them ammo for their arguments. You're not taking anything away from their arguments. You're creating a monster. And I hope you're satisfied.